I am Lily. Today I'm going to read the story. Goodbye, Bruno. Reading it to level 3A. Goodbye, Bruno. Okay, let's read it. Chapter 1 Last Day. Bruno walked through the gate of Plunkett Street School wearing a huge grin. When class began, he happily handed Miss Fuzzy a letter and sat down. Miss Fuzzy read the letter and swallowed hard. Bruno, is this true? She asked. Yes, replied Bruno breezily. Well, said Miss Fazio, I must say I'm shocked and quite sad. The class was puzzled. They had no idea what Miss Fazio was talking about. Class, announced Miss Fazio, I have sad news. I'm afraid this is Bruno's last day with us. Everyone gripped. No way, said Mouse. Bruno, you should be proud of yourself, said Rahib. Even though our time together has been brief, you have been a good friend. I salute you. Thanks, Rahib, said Bruno, who was feeling quite sad. Ruby's eyes welled up with tears, and her nose began to run. She dragged her sleeve across her eyes. I can't believe it, she whispered to Holly. Miss Fazio turned to Bruno. Is there anything special you would like me to teach on your last day with us? Bruno shook his head. Just teach anything you want, miss. Bruno was beaming. Wait a minute, interrupted Nelson. He was nervous that Miss Fazio was about to spend a whole day teaching math, her favorite subject, but he was also confused. Exactly what do you mean what you say last day, Miss Fazio? Bruno is leaving us. He's going to a new school. Oh, that is all. Oh, is that all? Said Nelson with relief. He swung around his chair. Well, Bruno, looks like I am now the handball champion of the class. I'm sure there'll be a better standard of play at my new school, assured Bruno. They have 3 competitions a week, you know. For a moment, Nelson looked a little crushed. Little crushed. Chapter 2. The news sinks in. The news of Bruno's departure made the whole class glum. Beatrice and Ruby were teary, and Brooke, Kenny, and Holly looked dreary. All the boys felt low. Even Nelson was sad. Deep down behind all their smiles. But Bruno was full of chatter. He went on and on about how great his new school was going to be. My new school has a gym, 2 computer labs, a tennis court, a swimming pool, a cinema. Yeah, and does it have a skate ramp? Asked Leon. Yes, it has too, replied Bruno. It also has a mini zoo and a baby animal farm. How cool is that? Ruby sniffed. Sounds wonderful, she sighed. All the talk about Bruno's fantastic new school just made everyone feel teary, dreary, and low. Ruby made a farewell card for Bruno. She drew love hearts all over it and wrote inside, Goodbye, we will miss you heaps and heaps. Nelson thought the love hearts were lame, so he drew a big circle and wrote inside, From your winner friend and a handball champion, Nelson. The bell rang at the end of the day. Time to say goodbye. To the time Miss Fazio took out, she was going to cry. Beatrice and Brooke did. Miles got a runny nose. Nelson's eyes got a bit watery, but he said it was just his allergies. The day after. The next day at school, the class just didn't feel the same. No one interrupted math to go to the toilet. No one interrupted literacy to go to the toilet. No one interrupted silent reading to go to the toilet. The day dragged on and on and on, and Beatrice and Brooke stopped giggling, whispering, and passing notes. They just don't feel like they should do. And at lunch, I miss Bruno complaining about his sandwiches. I miss Bruno wanting to use my pencils, moaned Heaney, and drawing pictures on my rubber. I miss Bruno giving the wrong answers in math, said Holly. Yes, he was good at being wrong, said Rahib. I just miss all of him, said Ruby softly. I just miss all of him, said Ruby softly, as he drew her picture. Me too, said Rahib. Oh, me too, said Brooke and Beatrice together. Rahib sighed. Grunted Leon. Hey, it's lunchtime. Anyone want to play handball? Suggested Nelson. Oh, Nelson is saying so. Miles bounced his handball lazily against the wall. I bet Bruno is having an awesome time at his new school. I heard they have 8 new handball courts inside his new school. I heard that they have 8. Are you kidding? Cried Nelson. And instead of math and literacy, they can play handball all day, added Leon. Ruby's eyes filled with tears. Stop it, just please stop. Because I don't want to hear another word about Bruno and his dumb new school. She stormed off to a seat by herself. Ruby. And Miss Fazio moved Bruno's empty desk up to the front of the classroom. She put a pot plant on it. Everyone took it turns to ask Miss Fazio to go to the toilet during maths, literacy, silent reading, but it wasn't the same. Miss Fazio hardly ever said yes. And the class tried to back to normal. Holly and Ruby asked Heaney if she wanted to join their pencil sharing group. Oh, because Heaney said, I want Bruno to borrow my pencil, so I think that's it. And so Nelson gave Rahib, Miles, and Leon handball lessons so he could play someone almost as good as himself. Ming started to complain about her own sandwiches because she thought that without Bruno, someone needed to dislike their sandwiches. Ruby still drew a picture of Bruno. Chapter 4, A New Day. 3 weeks later, just as Miss Fazio was about to take the role, a familiar face lurched into the classroom. Sorry, I'm late, miss, apologized Bruno. I just had to stop off at the toilet. You're back, cried Ruby. Bruno nodded. He was beaming again. Brooke and Beatrice scored extra loudly, and then broke its fits of giggles. Scores, please, scored Miss Fazio. I thought your new school had everything you wanted, said Nelson. It was cool, but no doubt, agreed Bruno. It had lots of cool stuff, but Bruno looked at all his classmates and smiled. Nah, it didn't have everything. Bruno's desk was draggled back to its old spot. For the first time in weeks, the classroom felt right. Beatrice and Brooke got into trouble for giggling a record 8 times, whispering 4 times, and passing notices twice. Bruno went to the toilet in literacy and the silent reading 3 times. He answered 5 questions wrong in math and complained about his lunch, even when it looked delicious. Bruno borrowed pencils from Holly, Ruby, and Heaney and got them all mixed up. He spent all lunchtime playing handball with Nelson, Leo, Miles, and Rahib. Bruno couldn't believe how well everyone now played. Neither could Nelson. At the end of the day, Miss Fazio smiled and said, Goodbye, Bruno. See you tomorrow. No, you won't, said Bruno. Pardon? Said Miss Fazio. She looked a little worried. You won't see me tomorrow, said Bruno, because tomorrow is Saturday. But I will be here on Monday, and you can watch me become the handball champion of Plunkett Street School in your dreams, smiled Nelson. In my dreams, thought Ruby. Bye!